Anne Ray Vasquez here for Digital Journal, and today we have the pleasure of talking to John Patrick Kennedy, the author of Plague of Angels. It's a book that is definitely not for the faint of heart. It is not for those who are easily offended either. But if you're looking for a gritty paranormal fantasy book that has a rich historical and biblical reference, this is definitely the book for you. So I've been reading Plague of Angels, and it was a very fantastic roller coaster read for me. Tell me about how you thought of this project. What made you create this sort of historical, biblical, yet fantasy kind of story?
Oh wow, it's been kind of like playing in my mind for years. That's a hard question to answer because it goes way back to first. It starts with my crazy imagination as it is. I have a vivid imagination, and I always have stories playing around in my head. So it's easy for me to create stories. But I figured, why not take the idea of Satan and angels and kind of mix it around and play with historical history and biblical history and just make it something and turn it into something fictional.
The character Nyx, she seems very dear to your heart. She started out as someone that we should technically in historical or just even present day hate this character. I mean, she's the epitome of evil and all that is bad, and yet you made her vulnerable. Why, what was your thoughts when you were writing her?
At first, I figured she was the queen of hell, and I thought that it would be an interesting take to kind of make Satan a little different, maybe not a male as perceived by everybody else. But along the way, I thought, why not make her a sympathetic character where people could, sympathize with her a little more? Why make it that God would forgive every human for their sins if they ask for, forgiveness? Or why not an angel?
I heard that you have more stuff on your blog.
I do. I have 2 young adult novels and 1 science fiction novel. And then, of course, Plague of Angels Part 2, which I'm sure, the Plague of Angel fans like yourself would be interested in. But I promise that my writing is going to be different. This is a scene where my main character, Nyx, is talking to the Son of God in the desert. So I will read that, and hopefully you'll like it. Before she had been Mary Magdalene, she had met him in the desert. That time, she had prepared in her true form. He had been sitting alone, staring out at the desert sun, chewing on a morsel of bread and drinking from a skin of wine. She had appeared out of that setting sun, revealing herself just as it touched the horizon. As the flames of the sun slowly sank below the earth, the flames on her black, widespread rings had taken their place. She had chosen this moment carefully. Her original thought had been to appear naked, to let him see her beauty by itself. See if he would be swayed by it. But given they are vile, he spat into the sand. Do you know what I have seen since I have been here? Some of it. I watched them beat their children for crying out in hunger, he said. I watched them sell each other out for slaves. I watched them rape each other, men, women, and children. Their own children, if they can't find someone else's. They kill without needing. They cause pain for the fun of it. He looked out at the desert, watching the last light of the sun slipping away. And you can find me at johnpatrickkennedy.net, and John Pat Kennedy is my address at Twitter. And you can find my book at all the major resellers on Kobo, Amazon, and Barnes & Noble. And I thank you much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you like Plague of Angels.